Scott Morrison heads off to Washington this week to be lauded by Donald Trump at a White House state dinner, and he'll get there in this, his new $250 million Airbus A330 with 100 lie-flat seats. It was a Jetstar commercial plane originally before the taxpayer-funded overhaul.
I wonder if he gets chicken or beef. Joining us on the Sunday Forum this morning, 7 News political correspondent Tim Lester and Lani Scarr, political editor with The West Australian. Good morning to you both. Lani, am I right in saying the PM has given his new plane a name?
Look, people are saying that it's being called Shark One, although the Prime Minister's office say that it is not being called Shark One and that they are calling it the RAF GTC. So, you know, but people have said in government that it is being referred to as Shark One.
Yes, apparently the shark comes from his favourite footy team,
Cronulla,
and then the one is from, you know, Air Force One that's been put together.
Could run a competition nationally, couldn't we, to name the PM's plane?
What a good idea. Now, Tim, it's quite an upgrade, though, isn't it? You know, the previous PM's plane that's been used since John Howard was just single-aisle Boeing jet. Was it needed? Was this upgrade needed?
Well, it depends on how highly you value a couple of things, I think, Mon. One is, does our Prime Minister need communications all of the way? Because he didn't have them on what we know as the BBJ or the Boeing business jet. He will get them on this new jet. So communications are a lot better. Second, he can take a lot more people with him. Now, the media has an interest it needs to declare here, because some of those people, the news media, he'll look to take. Very often in the past, we've either taken the second Boeing business jet that the RAF has or been sent commercial more commonly. Now there's plenty of room for media or delegations, so that's important. The other thing is he'll get fewer stops. The Boeing business jets had to stop off in Hawaii if he was going to the US, for example. They simply couldn't make the trip across the Pacific without a refuel. Now they can. So a couple of advantages.
Yeah, sounds like it. Can I just ask, Tim, who pays for the news media's flight if you're travelling on the PM's jet?
Well, the news media pays for the news media flights, though some journalists and camera crews would prefer to go on the old Boeing business jets because they're pretty comfortable and the RAF looks after you. And I think they charge our organisations, the Seven Network or others who are travelling, an economy class fare. Right. I'd have to check up on that, but certainly news media who travel pay.
No frequent flyer points, so that's the downside, obviously. Yeah, Lani, this trip to Washington, on a serious note, is a big deal. It's quite an honour to get a White House state dinner. I saw some photos of Donald Trump rehearsing and getting ready for Mr Morrison, and it does show a high level of respect for our PM and obviously there for Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's only the second state dinner that the President has held. The first one was with France's President Emmanuel Macron, and that was in April 2018. And the last state dinner that occurred with an Australian Prime Minister was with John Howard. So, you know, it is quite a big deal, and it obviously shows the strength of the relationship between Australia and the US and you know, how good of a friend, I guess, Australia is to the US.
Yes, I'm sure we're going to hear that over and over again this week.